And now we move to business, where for years, the Apapa axis of Lagos gained notoriety for its traffic gridlock, which had crippled commercial activities in the area and at the Lagos ports. Now, the gridlock was largely due to bad roads and the endless queues of trailers waiting to lift containers at the ports. In a bid to address this, in February 2021, the Nigeria Ports Authority launched the electronic call-up system for trucks looking to access the ports in Lagos. The electronic call-up system, managed by Truck Transit Park Limited, is an app through which truckers are expected to book turns to enter the ports. The introduction of the system was greeted with widespread optimism, but how has the new call-up system fared since? We have Jama Onwubuariri, MD, Truck Transit Parks Limited, joining us to assess the efficiency of the ETO call-up app to address the perennial gridlock seen on the access roads to Nigeria's Lagos ports. Thank you so much for joining me on the news.
Thank you, Darshan.
All right, now it's been 3 years since the launch of the ETO call-up app. Can you talk us through its key achievements and challenges?
Okay, so we have achieved quite a lot in the past 3 years. I'll just highlight a few. The first is that the perennial gridlock that plagued the Lagos ports have been brought under control. Today, it will take you between 2 days and 4 days to get to the port from when you are called out. So that's a significant achievement from what used to be 2 weeks and more. We've also achieved significant reduction in the cost of making that movement. Before, you will pay informal payment of up to 300,000 to non-governmental agents who are on the road controlling traffic. Today is between 10,000 and 23,000 for you to access the port, depending on where you're coming from, the terminal you're going to, and the business that you are going to the port to do. Today, we've also ensured that the cost of moving cargo, which used to be from 600,000 and above for 20 to 40-foot containers, have significantly dropped by up to 65%. We've also ensured that there is employment, having 240 persons in direct employment and over 400 who are in direct employment because of the system we brought into being. So these are some of the milestones we've achieved in the past 3 years.
Okay, so what about the drawbacks, the challenges?
Yes, we still have individuals and in some cases organizations that are bent on doing things the old-fashioned way because of the personal benefits it brings to them. So such individuals and organizations find it difficult to comply with the SOP. So that's a challenge. We also have road construction that is still ongoing at some parts of the port access roads that still contribute to the gridlock as at today. And in some cases, you have multiple checkpoints, both by police, other law enforcement agents, and informal actors. We're happy that the government is taking steps to deal with this challenge.
Okay, well, that's a good thing then. But how have you leveraged advanced technology in order to boost the efficiency of the electronic call-up system? How have you been able to do that?
So we have implemented over 100 updates on the app since we launched it. So that's an average of 33 updates in a year. We have also developed 2 new innovations. One is called the e-tag system, which is the means of migrating from using paper tickets or paper access bookings to electronic tags. So what this now does is that instead of you showing a paper, in order for someone to see, maybe the enforcement agents, MPA or security to see your ticket, that can be read off your windscreen against a reader that is installed at the ports and at the gates of the parks and terminals. So what this means is that less human interference, less human footprint, faster processing, and also more data accuracy. We also have developed what we call the EITN, the Export-Import Interchange Number, transaction number. What this does is that for each booking that you make, it is tied to a particular cargo. So that way, you would not make a booking for cargo A and then you go and offtake cargo B. This ensures data integrity, ensures more security, and that can help both the ports, the government to also do developmental planning.
All right, now you actually talked about extortion being one of the challenges ETO has actually faced or is facing. So I would like for you to tell us what proactive measures are being taken to reduce human interface in order to reduce multiple extortions of truckers, aside the government, doing something about it.
Okay, so we have developed an app that enables legitimate law enforcement agencies to enforce compliance with the SOP of the call-up system. So any authorized law enforcement agents will have access to the app. That app will be able to identify which trucks are validly on the road and which ones are not. So that means that there is no more, can I see your paper? And some of those stoppages on the road by both rogue and legitimate law enforcement agencies that cause delays, which in turn create avenue for the extortion. But there is a part that is squarely on the part of the government. As a private company, we can only bring innovations and solutions, but enforcement and compliance monitoring also has to come from the government. We're happy that Lagos State government and the Nigerian Ports Authority are working collaboratively to reduce the number of checkpoints and also flush those informal extortion points that has bedeviled the port access roads for years.
All right, now talking about the collaboration, our partnership with the Nigerian Ports Authority and the Lagos State government, how has that impacted or improved the efficiency of the ETO call-up app?
So this is a tripod collaboration. You have the Nigerian Ports Authority, that is the economic regulator of the ports, and who initiated, or who will I say, who gave birth to the call-up system in terms of we want this solution to be at the ports. And they are also responsible for enforcing it among the port users and the port community. You have the Lagos State government that is responsible for, as the landlord of the state, for traffic management and traffic enforcement, and also for security. So there is a security team from Lagos State government under the Ministry of Transportation that is responsible for enforcing the call-up system. Of course, we ourselves as a private company, a technology company, brought the solution, which is now being implemented. It is on the basis of this tripod collaboration that we have what we call the call-up system at the Lagos ports today, and we're on an upward trajectory of improvement as we go along.
All right, well, we wish you all the best, even as you go along. Thank you so much, Jama Onwubuariri, MD, Truck Transit Parks Limited, for joining us and speaking to us on this.
Thank you, Dashin.